Hello class, today we're creating this simple little hibiscus flower drawing. It can be a great lesson for testing day and for Mother's Day. That week where we're gonna be creating some gifts for moms in class, and I would like to also maybe add the charcoal to add a little dimension. We'll see about that. Or we can actually add watercolors to create a nice composition with our hibiscus flowers. Actually, I would like to try another technique with markers, and I'll show you how later. But first part is to learn how to create this awesome, realistic looking, simple hibiscus flower. Okay, I have pre-drawn some other hibiscus flowers here. So we've got one that is facing, the stamen is facing upwards, and we have the petals going down this way. Here the stamen is facing to the left, and we have it's opening this way. This one is as well. So we're gonna explore the different ways to situate and orient your hibiscus flower on the painting. So we can try different situations and different state orientations for the flower. Okay, so it gives us a little different orientations that we can practice with. And we're gonna start with these simple shapes. So first thing we're gonna do is start with a hill, valley, hill. So two rainbow shapes, and then a V shape for the stamen. And let me just show you a couple of versions of this and the different orientations so that our hibiscus is gonna look amazing and artistic, and our moms are going to be so impressed with our special gift for them. So I am going to put the sample one right here, and maybe I'll use this pretty pink paper as a background. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, and I'm gonna show you the steps here too. So step number one, we can actually, let's bend this paper over, and we'll have two hibiscuses, one on one side and one on the other side. Okay, so first step that we're gonna do is we're gonna start with that wavy line. So we're gonna do one that is a wavy line, sort of like that. So two hills, up and down, up and down. Okay, and on the other side of the paper we're gonna do one that is going this way. So we're gonna have the hill going this way. Okay, so two rainbow shapes, a wavy line going this way. All right, next step is we're gonna pre-draw the stamen. So we're gonna do a shape like this coming out, and we're gonna do the little dots around our stamen for the hibiscus. These are beautiful and yellow little flowers on top of it, and then a V shape coming this way, V, and the same thing from the side here. So from here the V would go this way. Okay, perfect. Now, as we can see, let's move this here. All right. Now, we're going to create this petal here. So we have this petal here. We're gonna follow this line and just do curvy line, kind of irregular, coming to this side. And we're gonna do a couple of lines darkening this area here. That's our first part. Second part is we are going to come from here and do another petal coming down to the stamen and darken this side. And it's kind of darkening. I'm going in an oval kind of shape, curvy line shape, I should say, not oval, curvy line, darkening this area. And you're gonna darken this area as well, where the shade is for the petal. And the last one is kind of going upwards this way. And we're going to make a couple of lines coming upwards, up and down, up and down. Good. Do you see how this valley, the mountain that we did here, the two valleys, they're curving down? That's this line. So we're gonna continue curving that down and around, and we're gonna connect it here somewhere. And same thing here, I'm gonna come from down, curve it around, and connect it to that line, to that mountains. So it looks like it's open, right? But this time I'm curving my round line the opposite way. So my lines are curving this way, going down. And we're gonna shade that in. Okay. Let's do it again on this orientation. So in this orientation, we're gonna do the same thing but upside down. So here we're gonna start with the V shape, and we're gonna go curvy, 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 curvy around, and few lines coming down this way, and you can shade it as much as you like. Then we're gonna follow this V and make a little curvy line going this way, and few lines going down that. Then we're gonna extend another petal going this way, another petal going this way, and we're gonna shade this part. And finally, the last petal is in the middle, and we're gonna shade the bottom here. Okay, so we have, those are the different position or orientation of our flower. What we wanna do now is few things. What we can do now are adding some leaves and stem. Can do a stem for our hibiscus, and the hibiscus flowers have like a zigzag leaf, okay, and a pointy zigzag. So it's like a zigzag coming out leaf and few lines on the leaf like that. We can add as many leaves that we like to create. I like to start from the middle and make the basic shape, and then just go with zigzag lines around, adding some hibiscus leaves. So zigzagging around and giving a little tooth to that leaf, and then few lines in the middle. And I'll add more leaf here. Pointy, it's pointy and kind of resembles little oval shape and zigzaggy line. Okay, now that we have all of that, we can pause and add shading. We can make it darker and shade the corners and create all these different valleys and darken shades and create all this shading that we can go around the edges. The pencil, this one is a graphite pencil, so we can work with the graphite pencil or red glue pencil and just add all this shading to it. Can do these lines on the hibiscus too for the flowers and shade the little dots around there too. It's very pretty when you take your time and shade. So I like to shade the very top and very bottom by pressing harder. So now I'm ready to press harder. And I'm shading the top edge of the petal of the flower and the bottom of the flower where the petals are connecting to create a more depth and contrast, to create contrast and depth. So you can take time shading your flower, and in the next lesson what we're gonna add is we're gonna use some markers to create a watercolor effects, and I'm gonna show you that in our next video. Okay, I hope you love this lesson. Don't forget, like I said, to shade everything. You see how much darker you can go by pressing darker and creating all of these extra tones and shading to your flower, and how everything looks so much more realistic when you take your time. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Now is your turn.